We hear the term chosen one a lot, but what exactly qualifies you or makes you a chosen one? Here is what my guides told me when I asked them this question. Are you a person who is guided by your intuition? Our intuition is our God-given, God-gifted ability to hear our own inner voice or connect to the divine or hear and receive guidance from the divine? Are you a person who is able to allow yourself to be guided by your intuition? Often when people have strong intuition, it's something that they've worked on developing, right? They've worked on their connection to source, to the divine, and as a result, their intuition has strengthened, right? And they allow themselves to be led by that energy or by that connection. Are you a person who has allowed yourself to grow in a way that you are guided by your intuition? Next, they are often people who have removed themselves or they actively remove themselves from people, situations, circumstances, jobs, whatever the case. They remove themselves from anything that is not aligned with their path spiritually, right? So these are not the people who continue to stay in spaces or situations that they know are low vibrational or negatively affect their frequency. These are people that have the courage and the confidence to stand alone and remove themselves from what does not align with them. Number three, this one kind of aligns with intuition, but you stay open and you act on your divine inspiration. Where other people may be like, why are you doing that? Because I feel guided to. God told me to, right? These are people who have the courage and the confidence, like I said, not only to stand alone, but to trust their intuition and to take the appropriate action based on what they feel divinely inspired to do. Many chosen ones also tend to have a strong connection to nature. Why is that? Because God is nature. God is, the universe is, source is nature, right? So that connection tends to be one that chosen ones tend to recognize, like the healing power and healing ability of it and their connection to it, as we are all one, right? Next, chosen ones often take initiative to heal. So anything that affects their sense of self-esteem, self-worth, self-value, anything that doesn't align with their divinity, these are, even if they've suffered trauma, which many of them have suffered trauma, lived through that. These are people who take the time to heal. They tend to turn their pain into their purpose. Also, they are often leaders. They're often confident, even if the confidence is only outwardly. These are people who are not necessarily immediately or initially prepared for leadership, but they allow themselves to be prepared or to evolve into a state of preparedness, right? To lead through what it is that they've been through, their experiences, their healing, and their growth. So they're often confident. They often are people who are positioned to be leaders, right? And that's usually because they are connected to living and being their authentic selves. These are not the people who are comfortable conforming to society or society's expectations. And last but not least, chosen ones tend to have a strong spiritual stamina. Stamina. Yeah. What does that look like? Okay. Because I had to ask Spirit, okay, let's talk about what spiritual stamina is. Spiritual stamina is someone who is courageous, someone who's disciplined, someone who's grounded or stable. So emotionally mature, or at least actively working on emotionally maturing. They tend to be pretty persistent. They apply wisdom as a result of their past experiences. Like I just said, they have grown, they have learned, they have gone through some things and they learned from them so that they are not repeating constant cycles. They also seek opportunities to really enhance their knowledge, their divine wisdom, right? These are people, like I said, you learn from what you go through. You study to become more conscious or to move into a sense of higher consciousness. So, with that in mind, keep in mind also that this is what my guides told me when I posed the question, what is a chosen one? Because it's something that I used to kind of hesitate to call myself. I still feel like there's a little bit of pretentious energy to it. I just want to be a student of the divine, a follower of the divine, right? And I want to be aligned and on my spiritual path as I was incarnated to be, right? But Spirit was like, no, you definitely won. So I was like, well, tell me what all that includes. So that's the list. I hope this is helpful, guys. Bye bye.